Hi guys. So I'm in my usual unboxing and review spot. Um, but I don't have anything to unbox or review. I have a rant, I guess, fair warning rant. And also guest appearance by Jasper Cat right there. And can we just take a moment to just adore my unicorn shirt that I won for finishing a race at work. Anyway, so I'm trying to figure out how to transition into this. I guess it's no secret that I am probably one of the least confrontational people on the face of the planet. Probably next to my mom. And that's probably where I get it. So for the last several weeks, I've noticed that there is a truck parked in a spot at my work that is designated for handicapped parking only. And it doesn't have one of those hanging placards, and it didn't have license plates to designate it as a person who needed that spot. But I thought, a lot of people have those hanging placards and they move them from vehicle to vehicle. And really, honestly, it wasn't my business, except for the fact that it was usually there when I get there, and I tend to get there very early because I do use the gym, and sometimes I'm there so early that I have like 3 or 4 minutes before the gym even opens. And so I'll like listen to a song, or read a verse, or finish eating my banana, whatever. So this morning I got there about 4 minutes before the gym opened, and I did need to finish my banana and finish my coffee. And I was sitting there and bopping away to the radio, and I happened to be sitting there and the truck pulled up. And I thought, oh, okay, yeah, they are here today. And I looked across, and this young man comes kind of like, not jumping, but, out of the truck, and just very upbeat and whatever, and throws a backpack over his shoulder and is carrying a gym bag. And, is walking up to the door with a swipe pass to get in. And I guess that this would be a point to say that I have employee parking, but I pay almost $80 a month for employee parking. And that is a very raw issue with me. I pay for the privilege of parking at my job, and it's whatever. I'm not going to go that way. So anyway, I go into the gym, and I'm, putting my stuff in my locker, grab my water bottle, filling up my water bottle at the machine. And all of a sudden I hear somebody say, let's just call him Dude. Okay. Dude, sorry I'm late, couldn't find parking. And Dude says back to his friend, oh man, you should just take the crippled parking out there. I get it every day, and it's free. You don't have to pay for the meter, and it's right up front. And for some reason, well, I know why, because it's a derogatory way to refer to people with disabilities, but that particular, the way he said it, the tone that he had, the totally dismissive attitude, and the fact that he's parking in that spot and he doesn't have a disability, just covered me in rage and anger. And this isn't me, especially at 5:02 in the morning. So I put the lid on my water bottle, and I'm adjusting my earbuds and just letting myself get more and more amped up about it, which was stupid, but I did. And as I turned, I had to walk through the weight room, and that's where Dude and his friend were. And I don't know what possessed me, because I typically do not speak that early in the morning. But I stopped, and Dude was on the weight bench, but he was on the one where you don't need a spotter. So his friend was there, just kind of standing off to the side, waiting for his turn. And his friend's looking at me, and I'm looking down at Dude, and over at the front, a very awkward situation all the way around. Just kind of da. But then he finally says, Dude, I think this lady wants to talk to you. And so he's clearly peeved. I've interrupted his reps and whatever, and he sits up, and I said, hey, yeah, totally none of my business, but I just wanted to let you know this, that if you're parking out there in, the handicapped parking, you're setting yourself up for a pretty hefty ticket. A coworker had just parked there for like 15 minutes, and she ended up with a $450 ticket, and based on a couple of different things. But he just kind of looked at me like, well, nobody's going to need that before 7 in the morning, and I'm always gone before 7. And I thought, well, okay, I'm not the parking police, so I'm not going to choose this particular battle. And I also said, I just, the way that you referred to people with disabilities really, really rubbed me the wrong way. And he kind of stared at me and was like, huh? And his friend was kind of standing there, and he goes, yeah, I was going to say something too, but I just let it go. And so I felt a little vindicated by the fact that his friend was also feeling like that was not the right way to refer to people. And he had zero clue what he had said. And when his friend said it to him, he had zero clue that it was derogatory, that it was a not nice way to refer to people with disabilities. And, I just was, my mind was blown. I thought, well, maybe that's the way it was referred to in his home when he was growing up. Or maybe, I don't know. People, sometimes they're uninformed and they just say things the way that they think they need to be said. And he comes back at me with something like, oh, so I'm supposed to find out their specific handicap and refer to them that way? I have a buddy who was he just left the Army, and he has PTSD. So I'm supposed to say I won't take this young man's spot because he has PTSD. And I was a little taken aback that it had turned confrontational, but also like pretty set on the fact that I needed to say something, and say something that made sense to him. And I said, no, that's just not at all what I'm saying. I'm saying, there's a term, there's, PC, I didn't use that with him, but I said, there's terms that you use that are okay, and other terms that are very derogatory, and they just have a negative connotation with them. And the word that you chose to use really, really marginalizes this group of people with disabilities, whether they're physical or mental, or, that's not for me to say. And he just kind of kept staring at me. And finally his friend said something along the lines of, I don't think she's trying to bust your balls, man. I think she's just trying to let you know that what you said was wrong. And he kind of like noted and laid back down and started lifting weights again. And by this point I'm like fighting tears, because it had turned a little bit more vocal than I had anticipated. Actually, I didn't even have time to anticipate. I just did it. And so I go over and I get on my treadmill, and I'm just like walking away all my feelings. And it wasn't until I got into the office and shared my story with another coworker, and she's like, good for you. That's awesome. Good for you. And like, I had calmed myself down. Even now telling this story, I can feel my heart rate up. I didn't grasp the sense of entitlement that he had. I didn't understand why he was unwilling to listen to somebody who was just trying to state their feeling and opinion. I didn't get it, and I still don't. But then again, I'm really coming from a place of trying not to judge others, and that's exactly what I did when I chose to talk to him. But also, I felt like I was saying something that needed to be said. Was that my job? No. Does that mean that I'm going to avoid him tomorrow morning in the gym? Yes. At least until I can settle this and calm down a little bit. But I think with that said, it's more important than ever. Like I always say to you guys, please be kind to one another always. You never know what somebody's going through, or what they've been through, or what they're facing that day. And it just, I might have caught him on a bad day. I might have been having a bad day. I don't know. But with that said, I just, thanks for listening. Thanks for letting me share. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.